Hello, everybody. It's Jenny from Tapping with Jenny and Tap Into Your Soul. I was just thinking about my day yesterday. It was Sunday. It was a beautiful day. And I took my daughter to the pumpkin patch. And we also went to a big pumpkin farm where they have crafts and a bakery and things for the kids to do. And when I was at the pumpkin farm with her, it was quite an expensive ordeal. I'm kind of a penny pincher. So all my life, I have tried to live within a certain budget. I grew up with 6 kids in my family. I was toward the end of the 6 kids. So growing up with a big family like that, you have to make sacrifices. Obviously, it's very, very expensive to grow up with that many children. My parents struggled, I'm sure, especially early on. When I was in grade school, my dad started his own business. So I know my mom told me there were times where she would just get on her knees and pray that someone would pay an invoice or they'd get an order or, somehow God would please provide for them because they were struggling financially. And she said it never failed. She asked and God provided, and someone would show up, let's say, with a dinner for the next 2 nights for 7 kids and 2 adults, which was awesome. So I just know that struggle was part of my childhood. I wore hand-me-downs a lot because we had 6 girls in my family and 1 boy. And since I was toward the tail end, I could wear my sister's clothes when she grew out of them. And so a lot, and it wasn't that I felt I was lacking, because I loved some of the clothes I got. They were really cool and hip and made me feel good. But I think like in my subconscious, it was ingrained in me that, I could or I should not spend money on expensive clothes and try to wear things, like from stores that aren't that expensive or whatever. So that's kind of how I grew up and how I conducted my life. And then recently, I've been learning about manifesting, and it's a really cool thing. I read a lot of ideas about the fact that if you live with the mindset of lack, like always thinking about what you don't have, or you can't afford, or you really want but you shouldn't spend the money on, that's living a life from a mindset of lack. And if you do that, you're always going to attract more lack in your life. So you need to start living a life of abundance. And abundance can mean anything from finding a penny on the sidewalk, or saving $10 when you go to Target and you use your red card, or, paying off a credit card and not having to pay as much in interest. So you're saving money kind of that way. But it's the whole mindset of abundance that really makes a difference. And I've struggled with that a lot because I was a single mother twice in my life, and I scraped by to make ends meet. Heck, I even donated plasma so I could buy my children Christmas gifts because I didn't want to rely on my parents for money. I wanted to do this on my own. It was my choices that led me to the life of being a single mom. So I didn't want to make someone take care of me. So I did everything I could to make money, to save money, to buy gifts for my kids. And if it meant me going without, then that's what it meant. But I was reminded, back to my original story, I was reminded yesterday when I was at the pumpkin farm with my daughter, and that's something I don't think we've ever done together. She's 7, and she wanted to go, so we went, and she wanted to get the apple cider donuts, which are awesome. So I said, that's fine. And as we were strolling through this long, winding store that they make you go through to get to the donuts, hoping you'll buy some of their other stuff, she kept picking things out and saying, oh, this looks good, Mom. Let's get this soup mix. Let's get this pumpkin cookie mix. Let's get this. Let's get that. And I look at the price and think, all right, fine, we'll get that. So we put it in our cart. And as we neared the end of our shopping trip and got up toward the donuts, I said to her, "How much do you think all this is going to cost? Let's try to estimate." And she's like, "I have no idea." And so I said, "Well, I think it's going to be about $60." And she said, "Okay, I'll go with that." And I'm thinking in my head, "Oh my God, this is $60 I really don't need to spend. I could spend it on, bills that are coming up or whatever." So I was stuck in my lack of money mindset. And I kept telling myself, oh, every time she'd pick something up, I think, "Oh, please don't show me the price. I don't want to see it. I don't want to buy this." But seeing the joy on her face was awesome when I said, "Okay, we can get this and let's make these cookies together this week." And so we kept putting things in the basket. And my natural reaction, based on my upbringing and how I lived my whole life, was to, "Oh, what can I sneak out of the basket that she won't see and she won't realize is gone so I can save money?" And I kept thinking that, and it was causing me so much stress. As we got to the donuts, we ordered a dozen donuts, and then next comes the checkout line. And I'm sitting there in the checkout line, like sweating, going, "Oh God, this is too much. I shouldn't be spending this." And then all of a sudden, my intuition kind of took over, and I was like, "Wait a minute. Why am I thinking this? I'm still living from the mindset of lack, and I don't need to do that because I'm financially stable as it is right now. And this is something special I don't do with my daughter. And here we are trying to have a nice day, and she wants some things. So what? It's food we're going to eat. It's not like I'm wasting it on little trinkets and things she'll lose." So, hi, Dawn. So anyway, we get to the checkout, and the lady's scanning the items, and the price tag is going up and up. And I'm thinking, "Okay, Jenny, you can do this. It's okay. Don't live from lack. Live from abundance. Just think about the abundance of joy you're giving your child by doing this and by spending this money. And it's okay. You're going to have enough money to pay for this and still have more left over." And so I kept running that through my brain. It's okay. Don't live your life in lack. Just go for it. Just spend the damn money. And so by the time we got done checking out, it was actually double what I thought. It was $120. And it still baffles me that I could spend that much on these little packets, to make soup or cookies or jelly or jam or whatever we bought. We bought a few pies. So anyway, I checked out, and, it wasn't so bad after all. I kept stressing the whole shopping trip, going, "Oh, what can I put back? What can I put back?" At the checkout, I even thought to myself, "Oh, I'll just put those little candies she got back, and hopefully she won't notice." And they were only $6. And I thought, "Jenny, come on. It's $6, and it's what she wanted. She really wanted them." So I left everything in my cart. I overcame this living in lack mindset and decided I'm going to start really focusing on abundance. And sure enough, today, I had a few things on a website called Garage Sale, where you try to sell some of your stuff. And I've had this mixing bowl thing, it's a Hamilton Beach, I think, mixer for $70 because it's basically brand new. I hardly ever used it. It was my husband's before we got married. So we don't need two of them. I already have one. And I thought, I'll put it on Garage Sale and try to earn some money. And it just never sold and never sold. And sure enough, today I get a message saying someone wanted to buy it. And I'm thinking, oh my God, this whole manifestation thing is really working. Yesterday, I really tried so hard to overcome my mindset of lack and live in abundance and think of all the abundance in my life. And then today, I just made $70, which I know is not a lot of money, but it's still the principle of manifesting. Yesterday, I broke the old pattern. I lived from abundance instead of lack. And today, more abundance came to me. So it really does count. What you focus on is what you're going to attract. So if you're living with that mindset of lack and things just never work out for you, and you don't have enough money, or you don't have friends, or whatever your mindset is that has to do with lacking something, you're always going to live a life of lacking something. So try changing your thoughts, catch yourself, become aware of when you're thinking these things, and literally mentally stop yourself. Say, stop it. I don't need to think this. I need to think another way. And start looking at all the things in your life you can have gratitude for and that are abundant. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be money to make you abundant. It can be the love of your family or your good job. Anything that you can be grateful for, be grateful for, even if it's little. And today I'm extremely grateful for that $70. I'm going to go put it in the bank account. So, you know what, we can pay some bills that are coming up. And it doesn't seem like much, but to me, it was like a huge joy and a huge win for me. If you have any questions about mindset or abundance or how to get rid of the mindset of lack, please reach out to me because it really does make a difference what you focus on. I hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you later.